Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. And I will be content in every circumstance. Jireh, you are enough. Forever enough, always enough, more than enough. You are forever enough, always enough, more than enough. Yeah. I don't wanna forget how I feel right now on the mountaintop. I can see so clear what it's all about. Stay by my side when the sun goes down. Don't wanna forget how I feel right now. Oh, Jireh, you are enough. Oh, Jireh, you are enough. I will be content in every circumstance. Jireh, you are enough. Forever enough, always enough, more than enough. You are forever enough, always enough, more than enough. I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. I know who I am. I know what you've spoken. I'm already loved more than I could imagine. And that is enough. Oh, I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. I know who I am. I know what you spoken. I'm already loved. More than I can even imagine. That is
Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? How's the Sunday going so far for all of you? Hello guys, everyone here. How's everyone doing today? Let me adjust my seat. There you go. Everyone good? Is everyone good? Are you guys ready? If you are in this live, let me know which country you're from. Which country are you from? Let's see. We're about to get into another week. Let's prepare for it spiritually. Good things are going to happen. Moving further. This year end, we're going to end it in a very good way. I'll tell you that. I see Canada, Botswana, Kenya. I see Zimbabwe. I see Lesotho, Zambia, South Africa, Afghanistan, Iraq, Mpumalanga, South Africa. I see Kazakhstan, Malawi. I see Zanin, South Africa. PTA, South Africa, Zimbabwe. I see Mozambique as well. Yes, thank you guys for joining in. If you're new here, let me just turn this audio down so that it doesn't distract me when I speak. So if you're new here, we normally do prayer sessions on Sundays at 7 p.m. South African time. The reason for that is that we're involved in the forex market, and I think prayer helps us a lot with obviously getting ourselves together before we can take any decision, because the way this industry is structured, it is structured in a way that people don't, there's no, it's like, it is not much professionalized like that. It's like people take it as an unprofessional lie. They think it's just like gambling or anything like that. So once we start including God, we're starting to professionalize everything from a spiritual perspective, first of all, to obviously have some order when we operate on this thing, have a great mentality when we operate on this thing, and treat it like any other business, treat it like any other, life of opportunity that can actually change your life. So that's why we normally do this. So if you're here, if it's your first time with me, welcome to one of our prayer sessions. This is where we'll be diving deep into how this forex market is affecting us spiritually, how will it obviously affect us moving forward, and how can we go about navigating this whole thing. Right. So I'm gonna start by today I'm going to be talking about some interesting stuff. But the first thing I'm gonna talk about is just the issue of diversification. Majority of you have been trading, but I would say some that are still going with the mentality of just putting money in just one account and just risking it like that, which is I'm going to speak. I'm going to quote something that speaks on that on the Bible. That verse is Ecclesiastes verse 11, chapter 1 to 2, and it says, "Share your gains across the sea. After many days, you will receive a return. Invest in seven ventures. Yes, in eight, you do not know what disaster may come upon the land." So this just speaks on the issue of diversification and wise risk taking. Don't put all your eggs in one place. It's the same thing. So this mentality that you've definitely adopted of just putting your whole money in just one account, it is very risky. It is unnecessary. So there is a better way of doing it. That's why we established this new method of putting accounts, 10 accounts, or even having 20 accounts, or even having the more accounts you have, the better. But if, for example, if you have 100,000 to put into the market, there's no need for you to be risking the whole 100,000. So rather risk even 1,000 per trade. If you really know how to trade, you can even grow that 1,000 and even make 100,000 with just one trade. That's what this verse actually speaks to. So now, another one is Luke verse 14, chapter 25. Um, suppose suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost? Meaning, this encourages obviously financial planning, wise decision making before taking any decision. So this just to align you. If it doesn't matter what kind of business you want to embark on, be it trading, be it any other thing. But when we're talking about forex, this is where this is where you must this is what you must do obviously to strategize everything before you can execute. Now, the issue of financial planning, it's for us is not really that much complicated. It's just the issue of managing trades. Um, the issue of closing trades and obviously executing more trades, it definitely I wouldn't really say it's much of little bit of it is just under financial planning, because adding more trades you definitely need to calculate what type of lot size, so you must sort of be aware of what type of lot size you can use, because the way trading happens, sometimes you'll be in a position where the market is moving and then time to calculate can be something else. But once you're in a situation where you kind of know what to do, you've already planned before that when your account gets to this point, what type of lot size do you normally have to use. These things you definitely get used to them, and it gets to a point where you will definitely understand why you must place an entry, and then you won't think twice about the lot size that you're placing on each and every trade, which is very nice. Um, Another thing, the reason why it's very important to include God into this thing is because for some of you who actually are new here, to start with God first, it will actually be a great thing. What you don't want to do is get God while you've made something. I mean that really happens. So before God blesses you, I think it is the better way to just what bring yourself closer to God or to the highest form of power you actually believe in, and then from there it will be very much easier. Because I'm gonna quote something which will be very much interesting here. Um, okay, this verse is very interesting to me, and it says Matthew verse 6, chapter 24. It says, "You cannot serve both God and money," which is something else. You cannot serve both God and money. Oof. Okay, this. Okay, I know a lot of you can be sort of perplexed about this whole thing, but if you think about it, you cannot serve both God and money at the same time. It's something else. Money is a tool, not a monster. Not a master. Prioritize God above financial gain. Another thing that you must prioritize, regardless of whether you're trading in the market, you must not prioritize profit. That's what you must prioritize yourself, your mental health. The reason why you prioritize your mental health, and when you prioritize yourself, you are prioritizing God, because God is within you. God is not somewhere else waiting for you. God is inside your heart. God is inside your head. God is inside yourself. So God is not somewhere else where you have to catch a taxi or take a flight, né? Or go somewhere. One day you will die and you go to God. God is already living inside you. So make sure whatever that you do is in God's footstep, and then everything should be fine. Why wouldn't it be? So this verse is hitting me hard. I don't want to lie. Money is a tool, not a master. Prioritize God above financial planning, above financial gain. Sometimes what I've noticed is that you can still have financial gain, but if your mental health, if your relationship with God is not aligned, you won't enjoy whatever that you gain in a way that you actually want to enjoy it. You will enjoy it in a regretful manner. I don't know if that makes sense. But if you've accepted God first into your life, you will you will feel proud of being in that situation. That's one thing that I've realized. And then I think that's what this verse actually speaks to. The issue of always remembering that God it's like you make the money, comrade. You make the money. You trade forex, so you can't let forex, just destroy relationships you have. Some of you, I don't know. There's this obsession about people saying that I'm going to join forex, I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna, stand on my haters, those stuff like that. But if you find out, it's not sometimes it's not even necessary, comrades. So don't break bridges, don't bend bridges here just because of this thing. Don't change who you are because of forex. Don't change how you think. Don't change friends now that because of forex. Don't stay true to who you are, because when you move your when you go away from who you are, you're going away from God, because God made you this way, and when you're telling yourself, no, I'm not good enough, and I'm making myself the other way. That's what I noticed. It's like there's this obsession after people maybe gather wealth or anything. They want to change themselves. And I won't say they deliberately want to change themselves, but the atmosphere changes them. And this actually speaks to this thing that when you put God first, you'll go through anything in life, but you'll still remain the same. And you won't have to pretend. You won't have to do something that you'll eventually get tired of. Because if you are not living, but living in a way that you are yourself, eventually at some point you'll get tired. And then I think that's how most people feel. They feel like they go through every day feeling like they need to be something. They need to project a certain narrative about themselves. They need to put a facade about themselves. But that's not sustainable. At some point, you feel like you're crashing out. At some point, you feel like you're far away from God. At some point, you feel like there is a major disconnect between you and God, and that will definitely impact you. So, the more you become true to yourself, is the more you become true to God, because that's how God made you. You know yourself, you know how you are. And I think all of us human beings, we sometimes forget to be that. Sometimes we get to do. Sometimes we get to project a certain narrative, right? We get to project how people want to perceive us. I understand for different reasons or whatever, but one thing I've noticed is that that's not sustainable, because this is yourself, this is who you are. So you cannot really change who you are. Eventually, at some point, you'll get tired of pretending, or maybe trying to. It's like trying to be nice when you know that what you're doing is not nice. It's just like that. Going through life lying to yourself. I think that's the better way of putting it. So stay true to yourself, pray God, and then everything should be fine from there. Because for some, it might feel nice to engage in it now, but deep down, you know yourself. When you lay on your bed, when you sleep, when you think yourself, you know. That's why that's what I've actually noticed. Some marriages get to a point where some marriages are structured this way, and I normally use this example. They're structured in a way that the husband doesn't have any, financial resources. The wife, okay, that much, but like let's say they're fairly doing okay, but soon as most men get to a point where they get financially, okay, it drives them crazy to a point where it I wouldn't say it changes them. It amplifies them. It amplifies them. And the reason why I'm saying this is that it amplifies them because of obviously the ability for it to obviously get you things and let you do whatever that you like to do. Sometimes it's just an obsession of what's the next thing? What's the next thing that feels good to do? Those type of mental roller coasters. But sometimes the danger of it is that once you are in that situation and there's no God involved, sometimes you get to regret later that I'm actually being this way without God. But if you prayed for that situation where you know what you've wanted, and when that thing presented itself, it won't make you do things that you're not supposed to do. I don't know if that makes sense. So this actually speaks to that. I made an example with regards to why. Obviously, money. Don't get me wrong, guys. Money is very powerful. Funds are very powerful, but if it shifts you to a point where you can literally do anything for it, it now controls you, and then that means you're no longer controlled by God, you are controlled by what's on earth. So that way you don't have power because anyone knows your weak point now. That okay, we know everyone's money is weak, but like getting to a point where you know that no amount of money can actually buy your mental health. That goes a long way. And I think any man at some point in their lives must get to that point. No money is worth your mental health. No money is worth your peace of mind. Peace of mind, I mean independent thought. Because I think some of you, why most of you feeling, I think not only you, but like all of us, I think we've been to that stage where we feel like we're worthless because we don't have money. But if you think about it, it's not actually that. It's seeking God, because once you seek God, even before you obviously accomplish the financial resources and all that, you would understand that most human beings, live very funny. They live in a way that it's like they live to compete with people that don't actually like them. It's just it's too dark. It's too dark comments. But I hope you guys understand. Those of you who understand my point of view. So the main aim of the main aim of what I'm actually talking about is prioritize your mental health. And your mental health is God. So don't have this mentality that money can do everything. You must control. It's like you make the money, comrade. You trade forex. You do business. So it must not control you. You must control it. You the machine that makes money. And you must service yourself. If you don't service yourself, what will happen to you? Let's put it that that's a simple analogy I can use. Yeah. You're the machine that makes money. So you must service yourself. Don't be caught up in, it doesn't matter whether you got a new job, it doesn't matter whether you got a, most people overlook the issue of self-improvement and self-awareness. If you are young here, if you are in your 20s like me, if you are even way younger than me, if you are older than me and you haven't actually grasped this thing, trust me, take a look at it. It actually helps. When was the last time you actually started thinking about yourself? Started thinking about not what people think of you, what you think about yourself. This actually, yeah, what you actually think about yourself. You will understand that some of the questions will be very much difficult for you to answer because The last conversation you had with yourself, you don't even remember it. Yeah, but you get it. Um, okay, I'm gonna speak about the issue of the verse Matthew, verse 6, chapter 19 to 21. It says, do not store up for yourself treasures on earth, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. So this reminds us that material wealth is temporary, encourages a focus on eternal things, even when facing loss. So this also speaks with the concept of loss into the financial market. Let me tell you one thing that I've noticed is that guys who trade for just the excitement of for money. There are people who trade for money. There are people who trade because they want to know more. I don't know if I'm making sense. There are people who trade for money, but if you see yourself trading for money, they got you. You are going to fail. Let me tell them, if you come into forex and you want to trade for money, you've already lost. Why? Because the game is rigged against people who think like you. Okay, I don't want to be misunderstood. If you come into the game, okay, let me put it this way. If you come into this game with the unnecessarily greedy mind, you're going to lose. You're not going to survive. That's one thing I've noticed about this game. It doesn't want you to. It's like you can't take this because most people's perception with money is from day-to-day interactions about money. It's from business type of interactions about money, but those mentalities, they don't work in forex. It is still a business, but mentalities like your business mentalities, they don't work in forex. No, they don't. They don't. I'm not talking about concepts like risk management and all that. I'm talking about the concepts of what actually money means. In forex, money is nothing. It's just numbers on a flipping screen. To be honest, in forex, it's just numbers. So you need to get to a point in life where you don't see money, you just see numbers. I don't know if I'm making sense from it. That's when you're going to win big time. Do you guys understand me? You must not see it as money, you must just see numbers. And when I say numbers, that means you must come to a conclusion where, or you must get to a point where whatever that you fund, you see it as a number. You don't see it as money. Because once you see it as money, you're gonna see it as what? You're gonna see it as what do I owe? You're gonna see it as my rent is due. You're gonna see it as I owe people. You're gonna see it as my girlfriend needs this. You're gonna see it as my wife needs this. You're gonna see it as my kids need this. You're gonna see it as grocery. You're gonna see it as day-to-day stuff. You're gonna see it as a new phone. You're gonna see it as you must not see the money that you deposit as the money that you're used to. You must just see numbers. Once you start seeing numbers, you see it as part of the equation. I don't know if I'm making you see it as part of the equation now. You no longer seeing it as money, meaning there's no emotion behind it. There's no way you can get emotional about something you see it as a number. When you see it as a number, automatically you see this whole game as an equation that you definitely need to solve. You see your risk management as a part of the equation. You see your strategy as part of the equation. You see all the knowledge that you have as part of the equation. That way, you are in this game for to win. Once you start seeing it as money that you are used to, once you start seeing it as you are repelling it against yourself, it's like the more you chase, the more you become, the more you want it so bad, it's the more it actually runs away that much. So this concept will help you resolve this issue. The more you want it bad, is the more it will run away. So trust me, this works. The more you want it bad, the more you feel like you want it bad, is the more it will run away from you. You don't need money. Money is a lot. There's too much money in the world. Too much money in the world. There's too much money. It's everywhere. Money is not hard to even access. Why? Because even the most, everyone has access to money. What I mean, it doesn't matter how much is it, but everyone has access to money. For somehow we're all living in this whole world. So why would you stress about something that everyone has? Don't stress about it. Stress about the people, stress about God. Automatically that thing it will go in line. Because what God teaches you, all the scriptures that I've quoted in the Bible, they direct you to the right path of financial wealth. Because they talk about financial planning, they talk about how you must perceive loss, they talk about basically everything that you need to know. You understand? So don't stress about money. That's why I say that when you come into Forex and you are looking at money, you're not going to survive. Because this game, it is structured for you to look for money. How you look money and how the big banks and the corporations that control this industry look at money. You think they're looking at $50,000, which is approximately $1 million, a million rands. You think they're looking at it as you think they're looking at it as ooh, office payment, office rent. Do you think they're looking at it that way? No, they're too big. So they've gotten too big to a point where it is just fucking 50,000. Do you understand me? It is just $50,000. It is nothing. So in order for you to win against these guys, you must also look at it that way. You can't look at it as rent, and them they are looking at it as a number. You're competing with people that are not on your level. So you must position your mind to think like these people. You must see it as a number as well, because they're seeing it as a number. I don't know if I'm making sense, comrade. They're seeing this money as a number. When you deposit it, they're just seeing it as number. That is part of this big algorithm that we're running. They're seeing it as just a number. It is a number on a screen. When you see it as a fortune, you see it as what can you do with it? That's where you lose. That's why you get emotional, because every time when you trade base. You think them on their side when they are taking out majority of the people on a trade. They say they've noticed that majority of people are selling gold and they're taking it for a buy, because that's what normally happens. Do you think they're sitting there? Oh, we're gonna make this money so that we can buy Bugattis, all of us. No, no, no. It's just a system. That's how it goes. It's just maths. It's just algorithm. It's just how it works. They're not seeing it the way you're seeing it. Hmm? They're not seeing that money and think about foam baths. I don't know if they're not seeing that money thinking about, nice houses. They already got nice houses. They already got nice cars. They already got the best thing you can, all the things that you dream of. They already got that. So are they seeing that the way you are seeing it? They already have everything that you wish for. So what keeps them going? So it's not personal. It is just how the system works, my friend. That's why you need God into this thing. Because once you start talking about God, you are starting to prepare everything. You are starting to pay attention to everything. You are starting to. What did God say? God said that on Matthew, verse 6, chapter 24, God says that you cannot serve both God and money. That's what God says. Money is a tool, not a master, right? Prioritize God above financial gain. So these guys who control this forex market, they're already here. They're already here. Me, I just told you this stuff now here. But them, they're already here. They don't see money as a master. They see it as a tool. You see it as what? A master. Am I lying? You see money as a master. They see it as a tool. You understand that? So you are competing with people that see something as a tool. You see it as heaven and earth. This will actually show you that whoever is controlling this industry and you, how do they keep on controlling you for the rest of your life? It's because of you haven't realized how they see that man, how they view money, how they view it on their side, how you also view it here. Because it is definitely guaranteed that if you guys see it in a different way, that means we'll forever do different things for the rest of our lives. Am I lying? I'm not lying. It's like me and you, no? What type of an example can I make? It's like me and you. It's like me and you. Hold on. It's like me and you. We run. It's like we have access to this huge amount of water. You are okay. For example, me and you are doing boreholes, right? Me and you are doing borehole. You want to do borehole why? Because you see it as you just want water to bath. You just want water to cook food. You just want water to wash whatever. You just want water to use for daily activities. Me, I want water to start a business. Me, I want water to supply the rest of the community with water. I want water. You understand? It's the same thing. You have the same, there's the same thing, but viewing it in a different way, all of us. That's basically what it is. Yeah. So another thing I'm gonna talk about, the last verse, which is Proverbs, verse 13, chapter 11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Financial loss can come from reckless gain. This encourages patience, steady growth. God honors faithfulness over time. Okay, this actually speaks to the issue of if you are going to make money, if you are going to make money in forex, and for example, out of nowhere, you deposited your last 10,000. Let's say this Friday it was NFP. You've made this. You you just hope that it will go right and this money will just blow like that. I mean, you've made, let's say for example, you've made 150,000 because that movement was, or 200,000 from just 10,000 with the Friday movement. That movement is actually good, but are you going to respect the money that you've made there? Majority of it will go to unnecessary stuff because That's what this actually verse speaks to, because you've made it like out of nowhere. You don't even know why you made it. It's like getting something you don't deserve. Of course, you're not going to treat it like it's something that you've worked for. I don't know if I'm making sense. So when you are trading and I mean, just these things are very, you can just do self introspect. I mean, some introspection here. Every time you've made money out of nowhere just because of it was the market, somehow you don't even know it moved into your direction and you made money and you are happy. Do you actually treat that money like the money that you've made genuinely? Okay, let's put it. The money that okay, for those of you who are not profitable yet, do you treat the money that you make on forex, if you're making any, let's say once in a while or whatever, but when you make it, do you treat it like the money that you use, like the money that you earn at your job, meaning the one you've worked 30 days for, going to work every day? Do you treat it the same? Definitely not. So this actually speaks to that. So the main aim is learning forex, getting to a point where you are able to explain each and every movement, why I made this profit, how I made this profit. It doesn't matter at what speed, because forex is very quick. It can still give you that money within just a smaller space of time. But do you know how it was made? If you know how it was made, you're in the right track. If it just happened, if it was a lucky day and it just happened, you made 200,000. You know, you can ask. I mean, you can just think for yourself how you behave. It's like you understand, you understand how you position yourself. So the main aim is to prioritize working with this, learning everything, knowing why you've lost, knowing why you've made profit, treating this thing like it's a numbers game, not treating it like your life depends on it, not being desperate for it, and then aligning yourself properly there. And before you do it, you pray. Prayer will always reconscientize you to make the right decision, even when you don't like. That's why you have to obviously invite God into this thing, and then everything will be fine. So that's the best way to go about it. So I want us to take a prayer, but this prayer, I want you to pray inside. No one must hear you pray. This is the prayer between you and God. In other words, between you and yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's Sunday, comrade. There's no need for you to be in a rush. There's no need. There's no need for you to put a facade. It's fine. Relax. Put yourself first. Pray. Be honest with yourself. Don't pray and say, "I want this. I want this." No, no. Those who've been praying like telling God, "I want this. I want this. I want this." No, that's not how we pray. Say, "Help me do this thing." God help me find a way to do this thing. God help me find a way to learn the most important stuff. Think most people when they pray, that's what I've noticed. They pray because of they pray on demands. It's like they give demands. Next time when you pray, pray in a way that you are talking about something in a very deep manner. Pray, let's say you can tell God, God help me know how to strategize my lot sizes. God help me know how to handle my emotions when I trade. Be intentional, be precise, be specific. Because once you pray and you get into details like that, you will feel magic in your mind. You will feel magic. If you ask, don't just speak about the overview, because once you say these things in your heart, you are imprinting them in your DNA, you are imprinting them in your consciousness, you are imprinting them on your whole energy. So those things, they roam around you once you say them. So you must say them so that they materialize. And if you can't even say them, how are you going to be able to get them? If you can't even explain them with your mouth, who must get them? Do you think God will actually bless you? You can't even pronounce, you can't even tell him in detail, you can't even pitch to God, but you want to go and pitch your business somewhere else. You can't even pitch your idea to God. Why can't you pitch it to God? Hmm? You have a business proposal. Why can't you pitch it to God? You want to go and pitch it to a human. Why can't you pitch it to a God? The things you're going to explain to whoever will be interviewing you, why can't you explain them to God? Exact the same way. Let's put it that way. Do you understand what I mean? Because trust me, once you say them with your own mouth and you tell God those things, hey, you will feel within yourself that no, hey, what is going on here is something else. So pitch to God whatever that you want to do. Okay, I'll ask you. Some of you said, okay, you want a new house, you want what, a family. Tell God, I want a family. Can you please bless? I'm giving you an example how to pray in a way that it will change your life. Ne? Okay, let me just look through the comments first of all. Can anyone, if you're in this comment, tell me what you want. I won't say your name. I'll just pick up any name that I see here. Tell me what you want from God. Let's what you genuinely want, what you think you want. It doesn't matter what you think you deserve, what you think you want. Just tell me here in the comments. I want to see something. Okay. Someone said, I want financial freedom. How you pray to God in this situation? First of all, you're gonna be realistic with where you are. I'm dealing with the financial freedom, and after that I'm gonna go to the house. Ne? You can tell God, God, can you please help me find a way to financial freedom? Help me connect the dots of where I can actually come up with an idea to sell this item that I want to buy and sell to who, so that I can be able to make profit. That's what you can tell God. If in a sense that you know what to do, you can't say obviously financial freedom. I'm just explaining it in a context. Be direct with God. Why can't you be direct with God? I want a family. Can you please help? If you already have if you don't have a family total, God, can you please help me locate a woman with good intention, who's God loving, who will be a good mother, who's coming from a good background, who has good male role models in their lives, who was in a very dignified manner, who loves people, who's calm, who will respect me, and who I'll be able to open up to talk to about anything. That's being precise. You just told God, I just want a wife. You didn't explain how. So now, do you see that when I say these things, I already know what I want? So God blesses you based on what you want. You will actually believe, you will have more confidence next time when you see a lady like that you've prayed for and you're in that situation, because you would understand what it is. You said those, it's like you said those things and they're in your body. It's like they're like that. They're in you. It's like you drank some. It's like you drank those words. It's like you drank them. I don't know if I'm making sense. Come on. Okay, I need God to give strong mindset. I need God to help me not be moved by the things on earth. I need God to help me that when this person speaks to me, I don't get triggered. I need you, God, to help me so that when this thing is happening in my life, I don't emotionally react. Can you please help me stay calm in a situation where I know that I shouldn't be calm? Simple, right? You just said, yeah, God, I want strong mind. It's like you are lazy to talk to God, but you are very much energetic to talk to people. You can't even, that's what I'm saying, you can't even pitch your idea to God. That's what I'm actually talking about. I want God to help me change my family life. You must not say that. You must not. From today, everyone who's here, you are not going to tell God a summary of what you want. You don't even know what you want yet. Why do you think God has not blessed you with anything? You don't even know what you want. Do you? I want to get money that can help me to make more. That's not how you pray. You are not going to pray like that from now on, okay? You are not going to pray like that. I need 100,000 by the end of. No, that's not how to pray, comrade. See, today I'm teaching you guys on how to pray. And it's very important. It will change your life when you start praying like this, because you know what you want. It doesn't mean when you say I want 100,000 by the end of month. It's like you already. It's like you still don't know how to get that 100. You still haven't told God how you're going to get that 100,000. I don't know if you guys get me, man. But I don't know how can I. You don't even know what you want. Trust me. So how would you expect God to know what you want? Someone says make money, fix the $1 million, borrow from the bank, invest. Get money where? You don't even know, first of all, where you are going to get that money. I want God to trust me with the finances to the channel, help others, including my family. Finances from where? How are you going to get those finances? Yeah, you told God have truth. How are you don't know? God is looking at you, it's like you're wasting my time, man. You don't even know what you want, but you want me to tell you what you want. Huh? Comrades, let's start. Now I see there's a huge problem here. One huge problem. Huge. This is a huge problem. You tell God what you don't even know what you want. What do you want, comrade? Tell me what. Tell God what do you want. Unyakaing. Don't tell me I want finances. What do you want? You are telling me summaries of what you want. You are not actually in detail. What do you want? What do you want? Unyakaing. What do you want? Money. Don't. Where? How? When? How? You want it how? I want God to help me achieve my forex goal so that I can move move next to my career. Oh wow! Hello, we are happy for you, but how? Okay. Now I see where the problem is. I think I see now where majority of the problem for majority of people on earth is, even including me at some point in my life. I see now what's the problem. Oh my goodness. Oh, bro. Okay. I see now what's the problem. What do you want? God help me to know and understand Forex. You don't even know what you want. What you just said, I think God where he is, or he just saying this guy say he wants to join Forex. It's like you're telling God there's like where he is probably rolling eyes. Oh, this guy, he wants to join Forex. Last week he told us he wants to be in logistics. Last month he told us that he wants to marry now. I think so, sometime. It must be intentional, comrade. That's why I'm saying that when you are including God into this thing, you it helps you in a very massive way. Someone says, I want a car by trading and even further my studies. My friend, I'm afraid you don't know what you want. Why? How? You don't even know how you're going to get those things. When you pray, be precise. It doesn't matter even if you write the whole page. Because, to be honest, when we think about this thing, you are telling God, I want money. Can you please bless me with money? But if God is looking at you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna bless you with this money, but how are you going to make it? What should I bless here? I bless money. Okay, I bless money, but how? Where? What's happening? Where? Which money? Which money are you talking about? But if you tell God, please, I'm going to do this at this time, God, I'm going to do this at this time, God, I'm going to do this at least even once a week, God, I'm going to do this, God, I'm going to like be precise, be in detail. Sometimes try that. And maybe for the rest of the week, keep telling you can summarize everything. But then you already know what you want. But why would you? Everyone wants money. Everyone wants. Who doesn't want a car here? Who doesn't want a house here? Who doesn't want a family here? Who doesn't want whatever everyone is saying here? Everyone wants those things. But are you intentional with those things? What do you want? You can't even tell God what you want in detail. You can't even present to a God a pitch that God, please, I want you to. You just summarize it. God, please help me make money. All right. Okay, I heard you. How? How are you going to make the money, Boiki? I don't even know. I just want money, but as long as it's money, I want money. Really? Are you going for real? Do you guys understand? But do you guys understand the type of perspective I'm coming from? Okay. Okay. Someone says, Lord, all I want is the ability to be able to understand gold, make shit, make a lot of money from trading, so I can afford a creeping stain sheet. Woo! Woo! I'm not telling my soul. But you didn't tell God what you want. That's not being precise. To be honest, that's not precise. You are not even convincing. It's like if you write this, it's not even convincing to yourself that you actually want this thing. If you want this thing, you would. And this would, if you analyze what I'm trying to do, it will take you back to have you prepared for what you want, and how would you get something if you're not prepared for it? And I've also talked about the law of attraction. How would you get a creeping stain city even when you look at your bank statement you don't qualify for stain city? It's like you already put yourself in a very far position. If I were you, I would say, God, I'm left with this much money inside my bank account. This is what I want to do on this is what I want to do with this money. Every month, this is what I want to do with this money up until I raise a specific. This is what I'm going to save. God help me save this much from this income every month. God help me invest this much in whatever every month. God help me sustain this money up until I have at least a minimum deposit so that I can make a down payment for the mortgage that I'm going to apply for after I've saved up all the mortgage deposit. Do you understand what I'm saying, comrade? Do you understand where this? You are convincing now. It's like you are pitching to God. He's listening. He's coming. Okay, you are coming, right? I have this much. You saved this much. You are planning to save this much. Up until then, you are planning to apply for a mortgage based on obviously your credit worthiness and what. God, please help me so that the application can go through. Do you understand where I'm going now? I'm not talking about the house now. You're already staying inside the house. You don't even know where you are. It's like you want to wake up in this dream where you stay in this house, but you don't even know how you got there. That's what most of you are telling me here. That's what I'm seeing when I'm seeing comments here. And it shows that the way we've been praying it's not a good way. There's a proper way of praying. This is the proper way for me. You're convincing to yourself and to your God. So to the universe, they don't have, the universe don't got anything on you. Can you throw some fires, please? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. From today, you now know how to pray. Let me put it that way. From today, you now know how to pray. Can you throw some fires, my friend? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wanna see some fires. Oh. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, shawarama. Today you now know how to pray. How to pray for real, not play. You now know how to pray. When you kneel down on your now, I wanna see something. Okay. Can someone tell me just tell me what you're struggling with, or what your problems in your life, or what is keeping you not sleeping, I mean, what is keeping you up? What is stressing you the most? I want, can some of you write here what you're actually struggling with, what you want to tell God about what you're struggling with. I want you, tell me about what you're actually struggling with. And I mean deep issues, the ones that you know that these ones are actually real issues, well, however deep they are. I want to give you an example of how to pray about issues like that. Write them down. I'll be waiting. Okay, someone is saying, I'm struggling with debt and sickness. I won't pray and say, God, please help me. I'm struggling with debt and sickness. God, I'm struggling with debt and sickness. You just you just leave it like that. First of all, you want God to, it's like what you want there. You still don't know what you want. Because if you say you want God to help, I mean, to help, it's what do you want? You want God to take you out of debt? Do you even know how you're going to take yourself out of debt? So you want God to whatever that you just want God to take you out of debt. It doesn't matter how. It's like, do you get what I'm saying? You want God to help you with sickness. For example, some of you, let's say you pray for sickness, you know you've been smoking, you're not supposed to be smoking, and you pray that God help me. Have you actually found out what is actually feeding that sickness? What have you done to actually prevent? It's like what I will pray to God in this scenario. I'll tell God that, God, I have this debt of this much. I have this debt of this much. I have this debt of this much. God, please help me remain emotionally strong to deal with all these debts. If your main aim is to satisfy all these debts, God, please help me. Now you need to know, you need to tell God how you're going to make money to satisfy these debts. You need to think. I don't know. When you talk to God, you need to think, because you need to convince God that you actually want this thing. You need to, when you tell God that I want this debt to be, okay, let me put it this way. God, I have this car debt and I have this house debt. Let me make an example. God, I don't feel, I feel like I'm being suffocated by these debts. So please, God, help me have a consistency to deal with these debts. I want to start by servicing this debt by contributing this amount of money every month. I want you to help me stay disciplined to the course up until I finish paying a certain amount of money up until this month. God, please help me heal myself through, please give me the discipline to eat healthy. Please give me the discipline to go regularly for checkups. Give the doctor the blessing to discover whatever that he needs to discover. Do you understand what I'm saying, comrades? Now you are telling God exactly what you want. That's when you know what you want. But majority of you, it's like you have problems. God, I my back hurts. I don't know. Please come help me, please. I don't know what you. Okay. What's the point? If you think about it, all your life, if majority of our lives, we've been praying to God, telling Him things that we don't even mean. You guys tell God things that you don't even mean. You don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even mean. You don't even care about them. You just want money. From where you don't know. You don't care where it comes from. You just told God, God, I want money. You said we should ask you for money. God, I want a house. I want a car. God, I want those things. Oh, I don't care. Maybe where is it? You feel like God will just, you know, what? You think God will come to your house and pick you up with a car and drive you to this nice palace where you are going to, where he's going to unveil a car for you. Ta-da! Hello, yes. The car you asked for, sir, is already waiting for you. You are dreaming, my friend. You are dreaming. This is God don't play like that. You are not even convincing to even God. You don't even know how to tell God what you actually want. You tell him what you think you want. You don't tell him what you want because you are not intentional. You tell God what you think you want, not what exactly you want. Because if it is something that you actually want, you are going to tell him on how to get it and how he must bless you. God don't bless the lazy. Simple as that. When I mean lazy, I mean God don't bless people who don't know what they want. God bless people who think about what they actually want. When you automatically think, that means you automatically want it because it's in your head. You know how you're going to get it, but you haven't gotten to the final stage yet. But you're approaching that route. That's what God blesses. God just don't bless from nowhere, community. God bless people who try. God bless people who try, who do it, who actually do it. You show God that I'm actually doing it. If you are doing a business or what, you're going to pitch up an idea. God, I'm going to pitch this idea. I want to do this with this idea. I want to get this thing done. I want to get this thing done. Where am I going to get the money? This is how I'm going to do it. This is the people I'm going to see. I want them to help me in this way. God, please help me go into their hearts and allow them to see what am I actually presenting here. You are being intentional to go. God now is listening. God likes you now. God, you are God's favorite now. You are talking to God for real, because He's actually you are list. It's like you are talking to God because you are talking to yourself. You are talking to your inner self. Immediately after you say those words with your mouth, they surround your DNA. You are not saying it anymore. You are doing it. That's why every week we say we're moving five. We can even say we're moving 500 USD into 5 million because we're saying it with our own mouth. We're telling God this is how we're going to be making it. If the market moves a certain amount of pips, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to stack. This is how we're going to stack, regardless of whether the market will be consolidating or moving in a straight direction or just mildly consolidating. This is this is how we're going to plan it. This is how we're going to execute it. God, this is how we're going to risk our money. This is how we're going to do it. That's the final prayer. So for now, some of you who are new here don't know how to pray. So let's have a quick prayer, in internal prayer. for like few minutes. Let's go. Amen. Can I get an amen? Can I get an The market is starting at 12. May all of you have a great week. May you be blessed with your families. May God give you guys guidance on how to deal with your day-to-day situations. May God give you guys a proper footprint, bless you on a proper footprint that you've placed to deal with whatever that you want to deal with. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and God bless. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining in.